Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we invited some special guests who will share their opinion on the topic of being a good citizen. So, without any further ado, let's take a look at what our first guest, Akriti Mishra, an eminent educationist, has to say.
Good morning, everyone. Today I'll be putting forth my opinion on what being a good citizen is about. As believed by me, a good citizen is a person who is educated, knowledgeable, and aware about themselves as well as their society. As the line goes, education is a better safeguard of liberty than a standing army. Education makes us a better citizen by teaching us how to conduct ourselves through life by following rules and regulation. It helps us to question what is wrong and right, gives us an analytical mind, and helps us to reject the superstitious beliefs of the society. Furthermore, knowledge is very important for personal growth and development. It gives us the confidence to go out there and achieve our dreams. It helps us to understand what we are capable of doing. A person should never settle for anything less than their actual potential, because that means you are not just betraying yourself but your country too. Now you may ask how our personal success is related to the country's development. Well, personal achievements matter because the accomplishment and resourcefulness of each member of the society contributes to the reputation and prosperity of the whole nation. Lastly, I think a good citizen should understand the importance of learning, unlearning, and relearning. During the pandemic, the whole world went from working offline to online. We all had to learn new ways and techniques to adapt to what we now refer to as the new normal. And those who weren't able to adapt had to face consequences. This experience made me realize that thriving in today's accelerated world requires us to adopt a learner's mindset. That is, embracing the natural discomfort that comes from letting go the old and mastering the new. According to me, the illiterate of 21st century would not be a person who doesn't know how to read or write, but a person who doesn't know how to learn, unlearn, and relearn.
I quite agree with you honestly, but we have to move forward. So now, I invite prominent psychologist Vanshika Mahajan to share her thoughts with us.
There are many ways we can discuss on how to be a good and responsible citizen. One topic which is of great importance that comes to my mind is mental health. As much awareness we need of the broad spectrum of things that come under mental health, I think we should start by sensitizing people about mental illness. Being a good citizen does not just mean to be a patriot, be law abiding, or being sensitive towards our environment. Being a good citizen also means to be empathetic towards other people living around us. It is important to understand that mental illness can affect anyone. Treatment is effective, it's widely available, and people do recover. But over half of the people with a mental illness never receive care because of the stigma around it. One of the ways to be more sensitive towards people with mental illness is not to use negative terms or labels. Insensitive or inappropriate language creates stigma and discrimination, and it's vital to respect the dignity of each individual, regardless of their mental health issues or diagnosis. Another simple but meaningful way to support people with mental illness is to understand their life experiences, their challenges, and their personal victories. I'd like to add here that creating awareness should not mean normalizing it in any sense. Instead, normalize talking about it openly. Just by taking these few steps, great difference in our society can be made. Thank you.
It is quite important to embrace and discuss mental health issues more. But moving on, we now have Vedhi Krishnan with us, a quite famous activist, to share her thoughts with us.
My idea of citizenship revolves around being a global citizen. This might sound like a big concept, but it is really simple if you think about it. Just being aware of the power that we possess as citizens, not just of our country, but the world. Being full of empathy and respect for cultures, customs, and beliefs which are different to ours, and using that as fuel to take deliberate action towards helping create a better, peaceful world. Now that we have easy access to information from all over the world, it is our responsibility to go beyond our immediate communities and acknowledge that we too are influenced and affected by the developments occurring in different parts of the world. In essence, being a global citizen stems from the feeling of being an active, concerned member of the international community. Cultivating and further nurturing a deeper understanding of the world and its people not only makes us better humans, but it also makes our lives richer and gives us a sense of purpose which goes beyond our everyday goals.
As much as I appreciate what you just said, we have with us now Sahana Ramesh, a renowned journalist with the thoughts for us.
An important aspect of being a good citizen, in my opinion, is acknowledging the privilege that you may have. India is a country which has as much diversity as it has disparity. Hence, it becomes extremely important for the section of the society that is better off to be aware of the privilege that they have and the power that they hold to change the society for good just by acknowledging it. To take an example, I would like to talk about the caste system that is still prevalent in our country. Whenever crimes against people from lower castes are reported, we will have someone saying, "Why is this becoming a caste issue? Why are they mentioning the caste of this person?" You see, this is where the privilege lies. Unfortunately, there are still many people in our country who are reminded of their caste every single day to a point where it has become the only thing that defines their existence. In situations such as these, where we cannot relate to the experiences of the other person because of the privilege that we have, we need to react extremely sensitively. Another example is men feeling that certain laws unfairly favor women. Here yet again, the veil of male privilege or male entitlement does not let them see the many atrocities that women face only because of their gender. The larger changes have to be left to the lawmakers of the country. However, we as citizens can certainly make a difference by acknowledging the privilege that we have and amplifying the voices of those who are less privileged than us. This will further the cause for a just and inclusive society.
We need to be humble, but we must be aware of our privileges so we can empathize and understand the situation of those around us in more meaningful ways. Up next, we have Shreya Sharma, a celebrated conversationalist with the thoughts for us.
Being a citizen is not an isolated task. We need to live in harmony with other citizens in order to move forward. For us to be able to do that, we need to be empathetic as well as sensitive towards everyone. We cannot simply just ignore one section of the society and favor the other one. This causes disruption and hampers the overall growth of a nation. The only way forward is together. In this very huge world, there are bound to be people with different interests, backgrounds, and livelihoods. No two people are the same. So in order to bridge that gap, empathy comes into play and helps us in paving a good road ahead together.
Every citizen's wishes and feelings must be considered as we strive to build a nation where every citizen can feel proud to live in. Moving forward, we have with us Sneha De, a well-respected lawyer.
You know what I think? Rights and duties go hand in hand. Just like we citizens are entitled to exercise our rights, we are equally responsible to fulfill our duties. We are quick to criticize those who break the laws, and we are quick to approach the court when our rights are violated. But why do we not show an equal amount of enthusiasm when it comes to following the laws ourselves? Why is it that we do not understand that a breach of duty on our part violates someone else's right, directly or indirectly? Let me give a simple instance. If I litter my surroundings carelessly, will it not violate someone else's right to clean environment? Do we not really need to think about such things?
It is quite easy to forget our responsibilities as citizens in an increasingly fast-paced world, with all of us immersed in our work. We hope that this session helped you to reflect on your participation as a citizen and also suggested ways by which you can steadily make an impact. Let's all strive to be better and an indispensable part of society. It has been a pleasure hosting you. This has been Sanskar, and have a great day.